We were coming out of Costco and I did a slow turn because the car was packed with food. And the lady came and just slammed into my car and threw me into a palm tree and just kept on going. And then we realized we'd been hit because it's such a shock at first. When you're going that slow, you don't think you're gonna get hit. And that's exactly what happened. I hurt my neck and my back. At the time, I just thought it was something minor. Immediately was the headache, but you expect that from a crash. It wasn't until later that evening that I realized I wasn't able to think straight. I couldn't feel with my hands. My hands kept going numb and they were tingly, and then I had pain shooting down in my legs. The first person I called was Brad Mainor. I called him before I even called my insurance rep because I wanted to make sure that I gave the right information to the right people in the right sequence. I had the foresight to call an attorney right away because I was in a crash 10 years ago, and I called my insurance company right away, thought that they would handle everything for me because I thought that's why you pay your premiums, and realized when it came time to get my car repaired, they didn't want to help me out. It's important that you follow the important steps of first calling an attorney, getting medical attention. By calling and speaking to Brad, they were able to start the process of contacting the other person's insurance and getting my case established. So I didn't have to do that on my own, which I thought I would. When it came to the end of my case, I wasn't expecting to get any money back because my medical bills were so high that Brad and his staff made sure that I actually got money in my pocket. So not only were my bills paid, I got money back too. After the settlement, they still continued to work for me. I still was receiving bills from different doctors that I had seen in the beginning of the case, and they were able to make those phone calls and the bills stopped coming. After working with Brad on my daughter's case, I knew how concerned he was about his clients. But after our car crash, I called Brad on a Sunday. I was surprised that I got a phone call back that evening from Brad asking how we were doing, giving me the information that I needed on what type of doctor to go see, to get into physical therapy right away, that would help our injuries in the long run, especially because my daughter had just been released from her previous crash. In our case, I asked around. With Kristen's case, I asked around. I asked people who had been in car crashes. I had had some experience with some bad attorneys here in town and knew I didn't want to take that route again. So I researched and looked on the internet and talked to other people that have used him, and that's when we were sold on Brad. From talking to different people, I hear so many people that are seeing an attorney they're not comfortable with. They don't feel that they're being handled and represented correctly. They call in, all they speak to is a paralegal or the receptionist. If you're not comfortable with the attorneys you currently have, call Joe, call Brad. They're gonna do you right.